Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday and welcome to my live. And if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations. And I'm also an independent designer with Couture. So once you hop on, say hi in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me what the weather's like in your neck of the woods. And as always, make sure that you tag your crafty friends if you wouldn't mind. Spread the crafty love with it. Share this video, spread the crafty love all over Facebook and YouTube, and hit the like and subscribe buttons. I want to let you know that I'm using StreamYard to go live in 3 locations today. I'm live on my Facebook business page. I'm live on my YouTube channel, and I'm also live in my private crafty group, the Crafty Collab. And I can hear an echo. Can you guys hear an echo? Let me make sure I've got everything plugged in okay. Yeah. So if you happen to hear an echo, let me know. But also, if you're watching from my crafty group, if you wouldn't mind giving StreamYard access to your profile name and picture by clicking the link in the description of the video. That way, StreamYard can show your profile pic and picture in my comments. Otherwise, you show up as Facebook user, and I don't know who to say hi to. So with that out of the way, I can see that Jason is watching from upstairs, and he's also on YouTube. I see there is a Facebook user, so if you don't happen to click that link in the description of the video, you appear this way, and unfortunately, I don't know who to say hi to. So make sure you go up and click the StreamYard link. That way I can see who you are. Just as a reminder, there are, we're going to be using one of the Creative Kickstart transfers today. We'll be using the Feels Like Sunshine transfer today. There's also the Everyday is a Fresh Start. You have a couple more days to get those, today, tomorrow, and Monday. And you can also get the add-on pack, which includes it includes the wooden cutouts, which are kind of hard to see today, and the floral. Everything's white. Sorry, there's some little felt floral add-ons. So you have 3 more days to purchase those before they go away. You can also purchase some of the retired Creative Kickstart transfers from past years. All of those are located at chalkboard.com/Robin's Egg Blue Creations. And if you go to the shop tab and then you go to the specials tab, you will find all of the Creative Kickstart transfers and add-on kits. Also, you have a couple more days to get to the Club Couture transfer for January. Love each other. It also comes with 3 paste packets: raspberry sorbet, shimmer, silver, and peony. That is $19.99 a month. 3-month subscription minimum requirements, and then you can cancel it anytime after that. Just a few little housekeeping things. And now I'm going to switch. My audio is, there we go. Still trying to figure out how to do all that fun transition stuff. So let's move this a little more out of the way. Let's put that one there. I have to pull the rainbow back out. So we are going to be using the rainbow wood cutout pieces that go with Feels Like Sunshine. And I'm going to be using it on this 9x12 Aiden board. Sadly, it is out of stock. But you could use any other 9x12 transfer as well. And you can see that I have actually already used this, but we can take that off fairly easy. That is one of the cool features of the Chalkology paste and the transfers and the gallery boards is that you can redesign on surfaces such as most chalkboards, glass, metal. You can redesign on all of those. So you invest in a really nice quality chalkboard, and then the only thing that you have to store are your different transfers for the seasons and the holidays. So I've just sprayed some water on here. Probably ought to snag a few paper towels. I also have a paste scraper, but you could use an old gift card. You could use a credit card. You could use those little brown scrapers that used to come with your, I don't know if they still do, but if you buy a stone from Pampered Chef, you used to get a little brown scraper. It's the same concept. But once you wet the chalk paste, it becomes water soluble again, and it goes, and it you can just scrape it right off. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I can take all of this off. I had some Grinch cutouts that I had put on here because this board is also magnetic, which is one of the reasons we're using it today. If you do happen to see any ghosting or any shadowing, you can just take a board eraser, wet it down, and wipe it off, and it will get rid of a lot of that ghosting. But we don't seem to have that issue today. So I'm going to use the rainbow cutouts. It's going to get a little dicey. I think, okay, here I've got a game plan. I'm just walking through my process because some of this will be on the wood cutout, some of this will be on the chalkboard. So I think let's do the wood pieces first. I'm kind of confusing myself a little bit here. I've used this transfer several times, so I don't really need to fuzz it. So we're pretty good there. So I'm going to lay down this inside piece first. Make sure it goes that way. Okay. I think that'll. Okay. Work smarter, not harder, Robin. Let's do it piece by piece. See if that makes it any easier to work with. I probably should wax these. You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm not going to wax. Just because they're small pieces. If it was like a larger wood cutout, maybe. I can kind of see through the transfer to see where I'm placing it. So that's helpful. I think we're just going to have to agree to be a little uneven today. Okay, so I have that piece down. I'm going to try to get all these down so that I don't have to keep laying everything down, except for I think that's backwards. That fits a little better. This does not have a lot of adhesive inside the transfer because the dots are small. You can already tell this is going to be really cool if I can pull it off. We'll see. I'm kind of having some issues this morning. But again, you only have 3 days left to purchase these wood cutouts or the transfers. Once they're gone, they're gone. Once the 31st is over, they will not be available again. Rainbows are pretty on trend right now, so you could make some great home decor and gifts with these. Gosh, am I having such, there we go, difficulty today. Okay, let's move my board this way so I'm not fighting the edges of the transfer. I'm gonna go completely wild. This is not normally my the colors that I would pick, but we're gonna use shimmer gold, shimmer silver, and shimmer copper today. And then the inside text on the chalkboard will be shimmer frost. And I have all of this linked in the description of the video. So let's go ahead and get these open. I'm not going to open my white yet because I don't need it yet. Okay, so gold is my least favorite color of all of these. I'm just not a gold person. So I'm going to do the inside piece gold. So this is just chalk paste, and it's just chalk in a liquid form. So it goes on wet, and it dries hard to the touch. It is water soluble, as you saw earlier. So once I'm done with, it won't come off of the wood. It will most likely stain the wood because it's porous, but I can take what I do chalk off of the chalkboard and use this chalkboard for another design, which is really cool. At first, when I first saw the products, I was like, I don't know about that, but it's proven to be really cool. So I'm just using the rubber squeegee, and I'm running it down the silk screen material. Trying to fill in all of those areas. And I just put the excess back in my jar. I probably should have done it this way. So I'm just going to pull this piece out. And that's what we have. I'm going to lay that to the side and let it dry. And then I'm going to burnish this piece down. We'll get another squeegee. I think we'll do silver. So I'm just dipping my squeegee in the chalk paste. I'm just going to run it along the silk screen material. Trying to cover up all of those areas. So I can just put all of this back into the tub, save it for later. I'm just going to gently peel that back. So there is the silver piece. I wish you could see all the sparkly. So I'm going to lay that to the side, let that dry. And then I'm going to burnish this piece down. And we're going to use, this copper's a bit dry, but I think it'll, nope, I'm going to get a different one. I think I have one back for, that looks a little better. So I'm just dipping my squeegee into the chalk paste. And I'm just going to run it down the silk screen That's weird. Area. Don't forget, if you hop on, say hi in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any big plans for the weekend. Tell me what the weather's like. I'm in central Kansas, and we're supposed to have beautiful spring-like weather this weekend. 60s. But then on Wednesday, it's supposed to turn cool again, and well, not cool, but cold and snow. Okay, so that's the shimmer copper. And again, I'm going to put the excess back in my jar. And then we can reveal this piece. Got it a little off center, but that's okay. What makes it look even more handmade. So I'm just going to close up my paste jars real quick. Oh, I put that in the water. Phooey. Oh well, I can show you. I forgot I needed to do the insides. But okay, let's get those out of the way. Okay, so let's bring these back. I'm going to put these to the side. Yeah. I do need that still. So I will show you how easy it is to clean the transfer and how quickly they dry so that we can reuse it again. So I just have a tub of water over here. You can use a tub of water. You can use a utility sink, kitchen sink, bathroom shower. So I'm just kind of scrubbing off some of that chalk paste. And I'm going to flip it over to expose the top side, and then I'm going to get my board eraser out. And they do say they're called board erasers, but they also work great on your transfers. So I'm just holding it secure at the transfer secure at the top, and I'm just kind of gently rubbing the board eraser across the top of the transfer. Don't be alarmed if some of the paste stain the transfer. It doesn't affect the functionality as long as the silk screen is clean. So now I'm going to pull it out of the water. And I only leave them in the water just long enough, just until I'm finished with them. I don't let them sit in there for a long time. I just don't like for my paste to dry on the transfer, because then it's harder to get that silk screen clean. And to do the back, I'm going to grab a disinfecting wipe and I'm just going to wipe off the back. Well, that's the front, but we'll wipe off the back. This helps get any fuzz or residue that might have been on your chalkboard off of the back. I also think it helps wick away some of that moisture. And then, because I want to reuse it, I'm going to grab my fuzz towel, because it's terry cloth on one side, but it's microfiber on the other. And I'm just going to lay my transfer in there and let it kind of sit for a little bit. And we can work on something else while we're at it. Okay. So I'm going to bring my board back in. I'm going to make sure these are dry. Since we did use the shimmer paste, it does take a little longer than the regular chalk paste to dry. Oops, it's still wet. So now I'm going to get maybe. So now we're going to sand the edges. Do that one last. So I've just got my little sander here. This is one of my favorites because it's really easy to control and it doesn't hurt my hands. I'm just going to lightly sand the edges just to kind of expose some of that wood underneath. There is that. I don't know if you can see any of that. It just gives it, I don't know, it doesn't look so out of the package. And you can sand these pieces completely down to where all of the wood shows, and then you could put a different color stain on them if you didn't want them white. You could paint these beforehand. Like I think it'd be really pretty if you painted them black and then added different colors and then chalked on top of that. Yeah, and the nice thing about this sander versus one of those block sanders is that I'll be able to get into this arc a little easier. You could also use an emery board nail file if you had one. I sometimes use those to get into the little nooks and crannies. There's that one. And we'll do our last one. And if it was easier for you, you could also, if you're worried about sanding off your design, you could also sand beforehand. Okay. Looks pretty good. Now let's get rid of all of that. Okay, doke. One last thing before we bring our transfer back in is, I'm going to flip this over just so we're going to add some magnetic pieces to the back. Actually, I probably should test and make sure that this magnet roll will actually work. I think so. Okay, so let's bring in our big piece. And this is supposed to be sticky backed, but I've had this roll of magnet tape for a really long time. So I may have to go back in afterwards and super glue it. I'm not even sure I can get the backing off. That's how old it is. There we go. Okay, so let's put that piece there. Just going to do some small pieces. It connects to my scissors fairly well. You know, decor with 3D pieces are all the rage. So if you don't have access to a laser machine or 3D pieces, these rainbow cutouts are a good way to create those three-dimensional decor pieces without a lot of effort. Sorry. I bet, Jason says, I bet I know where you bought it from. Probably. My favorite place on earth, the Hoblob. For those of you that don't know me personally, the Hoblob is kind of a special place for our family. My husband and my father-in-law worked there. My father-in-law worked there for well over 25 years, almost 30, I think. And then my husband worked there for like 17 years, maybe. And I worked there in college, and that's actually where I met my husband. He was the co-manager. I actually started working there first, and then he became the co-manager. And then I left, and then we started dating, and the rest is history. So Hobby Lobby kind of holds a special place in our heart. Ouch. Sorry, stuff's taking forever to unstick. I probably don't need this many pieces, but this is really old magnetic tape, and it might be the only thing that keeps it on. I may have to go back in and super glue it. It's been curved so long that, or it's been rolled up so long that it's not laying flat. Okay, let's see if that's going to stick. I think it's going to stick. Yep. Okay, so I won't do as many pieces on this one. That hurts my hands to peel all that off. Let's see if we can get probably end up poking myself. That hurts my hands, peeling all that off. So what's everyone have planned for the weekend? Any big plans? Yeah, it's going to lead to a... Okie doke. Luckily, I'm not going to do much embellishing after this, so. I need to put these under a book overnight so that the magnets end up laying flat. Whew, that hurts. I think I need one more piece. I'll get that later. Contemplating going to the zoo to see the new baby rhino. Is that the one at Rolling Hills? How cute. I haven't been out. If you're referring to Rolling Hills, I haven't been out there in, gosh, probably since Aiden was a preschooler. That would be fun. I bet that baby rhino is super cute. Trim that one. Okay. Magnets are so curved. Okay, I think one more piece. I'm not for sure my fingers can take much more. Okay. Whew. Yeah, that piece is so curved it doesn't want to stay stuck down. But okay, so now we've got all of our magnets. So there we go. Super cute. Okay, let's put all that to the side. We still need to use our transfer again. And I don't... Oh boy. Oh well. They all came off. Well, at least I know they stick to the board. Yep, I'll have to go back in and super glue those down and probably put a book on top of them so that they kind of get weighted down. That's funny. Okay, learned a handy tip today. Adhesive backed magnets have a shelf life. Okay, so let's bring our transfer back in. I think since I haven't used this piece of the transfer, this part says stay close to people who feel like sunshine, but you can trade it with something beautiful is on the horizon. So I think we'll use these pieces. So I'm just going to fuzz once or twice because I haven't used this portion of the transfer. And this might be a little... Just trying to figure out how best to do this. When I was watching other designers do this, I wondered why they had chalked this part on the board even though they were using the wood pieces, and now I understand why they did that. So this is going to go that way they can see if they're placing. Okay, so I'm just going to peel this back a little bit to kind of get my placement down. I can kind of see through it, so it kind of helps me. Oops, it needs to drop down quite a bit. Okay, I think I want it there. So we're going to drop that in. And then these two pieces are going to go on the ends. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my shimmer frost. Ooh, I'm about out. I'm going to bring in just a small squeegee because that's all we need. And this is actually just a mini squeegee like this that has been cut in half. So I'm just going to dip this into my chalk paste. All right, my chair's squeaky today. And then I'm just going to take off the excess. And I'm going to pull that up. And then we'll dry that and we'll put the end pieces on. Okay, so then we'll pull these end pieces down. Oops, it's gonna have to. Oh wait, you can. They do curve out, so that one curved. This one curves to the left. This one kind of curves out toward the right. That's gonna be much better. Didn't know I was gonna have to use my brain today. Ooh, that one sticks. Probably should have fuzzed these, but that looks pretty good actually. Okay. This one is super sticky and it's right over those letters, so I'm going to keep this piece in my hand so it doesn't stick to the word something and pull all that up. Because it will. Super cute. Okay, there are those pieces, so we'll let those dry. Okay, so then we'll bring in this transfer. I didn't do too bad on placing that because my hearts almost match up. I just want to worry about these polka dots. So I really don't even need to stick anything else down. Let's get our squeegee out. Get some more shimmer frost on there. And we're just going to chalk the polka dots that are right here. I'm just trying to even out my little squeegee lines. I'm going to put the rest back in my tub and my jar. There are the polka dots. We'll get that dry. And then we have one more piece to add. So this is what those pieces look like. Very dainty polka dots. So then we can replace these kind of as best as we can with my janky magnets. See? So then there's our rainbow. And then I was going to add in, this is a Creative Kickstart from 2019, probably. And I think it's still available on my chalk site at chalkcouture.com/robinseggblue.creations. And it's under the specials tab, I believe. So I'm going to fuzz it a few times, even though I have used it. But this particular surface, this porcelain steel gallery board, is very sticky. I'm going to turn this around so that I know I'm getting it straight. So then I'm just going to burnish it down, making sure I don't have any air bubbles. I do see okay, now I just got to figure out what color. I think we're just going to go it doesn't look very straight to me. Oh well. I think we'll just go ahead and use, nope. Let's go with my first instinct. I'm going to pull out the copper again because it's one of my favorites. And I don't use it very often. So I'm going to get out my shimmer copper again. And I'm going to use another squeegee. You can use the same ones and just keep wiping them off. But sometimes it's just easier to grab another one. So I'm just dragging it down the silkscreen material. I'm going to flip it so I can see it easier. Plus, I like to flip it like that because I'm getting down to the bottom and I can control where my paste goes by chalking away from the bottom edge versus chalking towards it and risking going over. Although in this instance, if you go over, you can wipe it right off. So I'm just taking off the excess because I can reuse that for another project. And I'm evening out my squeegee lines. Okay. So now we can pull that off. It's really pretty. So I'm going to put that in the water and then I'll clean it in a little bit. So I'm going to dry this and then we are almost finished. Okay, I do have one little spot. Jason says, that looks fantastic. Thank you. Okay, so I do have one little spot right here where it kind of oozed out from under my transfer. So I can take the detail tool. It has a very small squeegee on this end and it has a silicone pointed end on this side. So I can take the little pointy tool and I can just kind of scrape that extra chalk paste off. And if that doesn't work, which it got quite a bit of it off. So here's, oh, I dropped it. So there's kind of what it looks like. There's still a little bit there. So then you can take a little bit of water. I'm just going to spray it on this squeegee. And then I'm taking a Q-tip and I'm going to get it wet. And these are those pointy toothpicks. I'm going to carefully, and you want to do this when it's dry, when the paste is dry. I'm going to carefully rub some of that excess paste off. There you go. We totally fixed it. So there you go. Let's put me back on. Oops. So there is what we have. You are enough with our little wooden pieces that are on the board with magnets. So when I'm done with this design, I can just pull the wood pieces off and I can remove the chalk paste design with water and we will be good to go. I like it. I don't use the shimmer paste enough. Very pretty. And I just happen to love this transfer. So much fun. This is the third time I've used the transfer. So let's just run down a few more things. Remember, 3 more days to get this month's Club Couture transfer, $19.99 a month. There's a 3-month minimum commitment. You can cancel at any time after that. You also, as a club member, get $4.95 flat rate shipping on any additional chalk site order. You also get exclusive special deals and offers through Chalk Couture. And this month's Club Couture special is you get 50% off re-released Creative Kickstart designs, which includes the You Are Enough transfer that I used today. Regular customers can get those for 20% off. Those are at chalkcouture.com/robinseggblue-creations. Click the specials tab and you should be able to find those. Again, you also have 3 more days to get the Feels Like Sunshine or Every Day is a Fresh Start transfer, and or the wooden cutout felt flower add-on kit. There are ways to get those are available retail, but you can also get those for free by spending either $60, $75, or $90. And depending on which tier you qualify for, that determines how much free product you get. So, pretty cool. So, hop on my website, my chalk site, if you are interested in any of those products. I also have all of the products that I used today linked in the cart link above. I will be live again on Monday at 7:45 p.m. Central Time with another project using Chalk Couture products. And someone said, that's awesome. So I will see you again on Monday. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you later. Thanks.